Hey Geminis, I hope you guys are doing good. I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit Incorporated. So this is part one of the Gemini reading. This is going to be a general sign reading for Gemini. Jesus, Jen. This is going to be a general sign reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Don't forget to check out part two, which will be a separate video where we will go into looking at masculine and feminine energies and how those are relating to each other. I used to do the masculine readings, and now I've been kind of pushed into doing, and when I say pushed, I mean really just guided and just flowing with it. It's time to just change it up. I like to change things a lot. So now we're going to be doing feminine masculine readings where we look at feminine energy, we look at masculine energy. I think this is really going to help people right now because there is a lot of us trying to understand unity consciousness and trying to understand this concept that we all have masculine and feminine, and there is a dance to that. So I think it's just gonna be beneficial to do it that way. And then in part two, we will also be doing crystal advice, because I used to do the crystal readings. I miss doing them, but my life has gotten a little crazy. So I'm trying to find ways to still incorporate these elements, and I thought this was kind of a fun way to do it. So part one, general check-in Gemini reading. Part two is looking at masculine and feminine energies, how those relate to each other. And keep in mind with the part, and I'll say this in the part two, you might resonate with just feminine, you might resonate with just masculine, you might resonate with both because we have all of each. You might also find that for some, all of each. My words are all over the place today. Mercury retrograde. You might also find that you might be playing out a dynamic as masculine against someone who's in feminine energy, or you might be feminine energy acting against someone who is in masculine energy. So also keep that in mind, all right? These readings are general and they are timeless, so please only take the messages as they resonate. They will not be for everybody. But Gemini, without further delay, let's get into it, okay? So Geminis, when I was getting into your energy, the first thing I got was like a Mars sort of energy. And we are working with some unique squares. We have been working with some unique squares ever since December, January. Specifically with like Saturn square Uranus. Mars is also square Saturn. Yes, Mars has also been square Saturn for a period of time. All this like Saturn Aquarian energy dealing with Taurus, because it was dealing with Mars and now it's dealing with Uranus, in Taurian energy, has been creating a lot of feeling of restriction. And I was getting that feeling with you guys of almost like hitting roadblocks and getting very discouraged and almost like just losing that desire to try, and possibly even getting very lost in feelings of fear or disempowerment or feelings of defeat and frustration. This is a time where that's going to be a thing, and that energy is also pittering out as I'm recording. Again, these are timeless, but astrologically as the day that I'm recording, astrologically as of the day that I am recording, Saturn is going to be square Uranus, Saturn being in Aquarius, Uranus being in Taurus, until I think mid-February. I want to say the 17th or 18th or so, and that energy will start to pitter out. The new moon in Aquarius is actually going to give us, the new moon is tomorrow, as the day that I'm recording. This might not post until the new moon or the day after. The new moon Aquarius, which I did the live on Patreon for my patrons who are wondering about that. The new moon Aquarius is really giving us a lot of opportunity to kind of turn the tide when it comes to those feelings of restriction, when it comes to feeling like we can't exactly go for what we want, even if we're being pushed in a direction that we don't really want to go into. It's a big energy going on right now. So I still feel really positive about that, even though I'm feeling that with you of like roadblock, what the right? I think the energy will be leaving. I think the energy will be dissipating. So that was the first thing. I also am getting a big change in perception. Some of this could be a change in your belief systems. There's also a big theme going on for the collective right now. In Gemini, we do have the North Node in Gemini. So I expect some big collective messages to come up in your readings today as well. But coming back to this big change in perception or change in belief systems, I feel like some of this is actually going to play on a dynamic really strong. And Gemini, you guys are the twins, right? You guys are the twins. I also wouldn't be surprised if this is just about yourself, your perception of yourself, and your own image, because we are working with North Node energy in your sign as well. But yeah, I feel that, like, almost like the fantasy is gone. The illusion is dissipating about a person or a circumstance. Again, it doesn't have to be with a person. It can be a circumstance, but that's what I was getting with you. Okay, so let's just dive in. Let's dive in and pull some cards. I've been using the Energy Oracle deck a lot, and now I'm kind of feeling like it needs to rest. I don't know, I feel that way. Like, meh. I'm gonna put that down for right now. I'm actually gonna use beautiful creatures for you guys. For my Geminis. Any messages for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? I'm literally just checking into your energy on the day that I'm recording, because honestly, everything's timeless. Energy, time is fluid, so that is why. Any messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? I'm getting monkeys, which is play. That's all play. That's playful energy. This roadblock energy is coming up with that. Some of you guys might feel very conflicted about being playful right now. Being playful versus being serious. Almost like it's not time for play. You're either being told that or you're starting to take that energy on yourself, but that energy is kind of at play here for some of you. I'm also getting solo work. Oh, this is interesting. Some of you guys are finding a lot of pleasure in kind of being on your own or being single. Some of you are finding a lot of pleasure in also just like doing work on your own or doing work solo. I'm getting a little bit of like a, you know what, I want to learn about this, I'm going to go learn about it. Very Geminian. I just want to sit here by myself and read this. I just want to sit here by myself and research this. I just want to sit here and figure this out by myself. No one else in my energy, thank you. There's a little bit of anxiety with that though, whether you're feeling pressured to mingle or talk to other people or feeling like your space is being intruded upon. I'm just getting a lot of pleasure with being alone or pleasure with solo work, because I'm getting that there's like work or research involved in that solo energy and that solo experience for some of you. Any messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Those of you where this is really going to be highlighted within a relationship, I feel like one person really likes their space, really likes to be alone. And again, you are the twins, just lying. So you could feel torn about being alone and not being alone, wanting to play versus being alone and researching and getting lost in that, or work or being serious or what have you. But yeah, I feel like the luster, the fantasy of a connection is like, for those of you where this is between another person, is really kind of fading out. And there's anxiety with that. There's anxiety with that. And it is kind of changing the perception of the dynamic. Any messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? We've got, we have Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse I look at as an energy of clarity. Something is coming to light. Also, decisions have been made. Again, I keep getting that there's like some sort of illusion being taken away or being alleviated, lifted. The fantasy of a connection or situation is kind of being lifted here. And some of you are trying to reconcile just different aspects of yourself, because I'm getting this push-pull of like fun and out and expressive and with people, or being alone and hardworking or isolated or focused on the things that give you pleasure when you're alone. It's almost like single behavior. Like, it's kind of like isolated single behavior versus like mingle, fun, childlike, playful energy. It's like a little bit of a torn between the two. I'm getting so much pleasure of being alone. Some of you feel guilty about that, or are being made to feel guilty about that. Any other messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter regarding this spread? Oh, lots of clarity, Gemini. Now we got the Sun with Leo energy. Clarity on top of clarity. Some of you guys could be choosing to take a new path. Some of you are choosing to take a new path. This is interesting. Why does that not feel good, though? I just keep getting anxiety with this, Gemini. It might also be because of the roadblocks. Some of you who've been experiencing these roadblocks and getting very discouraged or feeling disempowered, you're kind of like, fuck it, let me just try something else. Fuck it, I'm gonna just try something else. But a lot of clarity for you, which is beautiful. Nothing wrong with clarity. Even if the clarity is just showing the reality of a connection or a situation, or the reality of you don't like these roadblocks, let me go in this direction. Whether you're experiencing these roadblocks in your personal life, your work, or within this relationship that some of you guys are in, because again, some of you is about a connection, others of you is just about something general in your life. Take it as it resonates. Any other messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it pertains to this spread? Any other messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it pertains to this spread? I'm getting something about friendship coming in here. So now we have the Six of Pentacles coming out. So you guys only have 3 cards. Clarity on top of clarity, on top of balance, on top of a very generous, giving, charitable sort of energy. I keep getting friendship with the Six of Pentacles. I keep getting friendship with that. So I know I'm getting a lot of different messages, so just hang in there with me, guys. For some of you, these roadblocks are about your relationships with people or relationship in general. Others of you, it could be roadblocks with career, and you're kind of needing a helping hand. You're needing to kind of learn to allow for help to come in and help you with certain things, to help you understand certain things, or to help you have movement and progress. This feels very positive to me. This feels like help. This feels like assistance. This feels like ally, or allies sort of energy. And now if this is between you and another person, I keep getting that it's like there's such a joy of being alone, and feeling conflicted with that, some even feeling guilty with that. But the fact that the Six of Pentacles is here is that whatever clarity you need about this connection, even if it is like kind of getting the fantasy and luster and illusion away from a situation and kind of getting a little sobered up with reality of who someone really is, what a relationship is really about, there is a solid base of friendship here and support, which is very positive no matter what comes of your decisions, or no matter what comes of the clarity you gain about this relationship or connection. But yeah, if you're just hitting roadblocks within career or your life in general, and you've been getting frustrated and feeling disempowered by that, I feel like the key is actually just to let people help you, let people support you, let your friends be there for you. Overall, we have the Five of Swords. Ooh, Five of Cups. 2 5s. There is a big change here. There is a big pivot here. A big shift in perception for some of you. A big shift in your belief systems for some of you. A big shift in how you see someone or see a connection for some of you. Even how you look at, for some of you, it's also about how you look at receiving help. A lot of like relationship-centered energies going on here for you guys. Underneath that, we do have the Three of Swords in reverse, which I like. There's some healing that can be had here. This overall energy is tough. It's tough. And I was feeling that push-pull. I was feeling that guilt. I was feeling that conflict. It feels very internal. Feels very internal. And if you are experiencing conflict with a person, I think you're internalizing a lot. Or they are, because this could be vice versa. You guys know how energy works. All this could pertain to someone you know. It doesn't even have to be you. Yeah, if you've been hitting roadblocks in life, it's been very disappointing. It's been disempowering. It's left you feeling very defeated. And there's some sort of shift coming in here to help you to see that there are different ways of doing things. And it seems like that different way is allowing for support and allowing for help, allowing for friends and allies to be there, and learning how to do that, and maybe even learning how to do that in a way you haven't known how to before. If this is between you and a person, it seems like you're just seeing the reality of what this connection that you're dealing with actually is, who they really are, and maybe the role you've also been playing in this as well, and that there is a lot of support here, no matter what direction this connection takes, whether it's romantic or a friendship or a family relationship. Yeah, it seems like there has been some ego and triggers going on in that scenario, where it's between you and another person. I think all of this is going to be very easily highlighted. But at the end of the day, Gemini, no matter what boat you're in, whether this is roadblocks for yourself and you're getting help, or it's between you and another person, there is support here. It seems like the key understanding for you, Gemini, is that it is okay to allow people to help you, to allow people to be supportive, to allow people to teach you, as well as almost what I want to say, to teach you. It's going to be very healing. Even if it's going to facilitate a big shift in perception or your belief systems, even if it's just a view of yourself or a view of people and friendship. So let's get into this. Let's look at the sun. Let's look at the sun. I'm going to do Santa Muerte. Tell me the sun for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me the sun for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter as it pertains to this spread. Tell me about the sun. I'm getting red, 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 red. The color red. Red, 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 red. Red might be a good color for you, Gemini. If you're resonating with this. Whenever you come across this, tell me about the sun for Gemini. We got 2 of Wands. That definitely feels like a crossroads. Feels like, yeah. It feels like this, whatever the clarity is coming in about the way you're dealing with another person, the reality of them and who they are, the reality of you, the reality of the connection, or if you've been getting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, the clarity that's coming in here is to do something. Whether it is just to let people in and let people help you or to take action on your own, I do feel very proactive, sort of masculine energy coming up in this of like, hey, I know that it's hard when you hit roadblocks. It's hard when stuff doesn't work out, but there's always another way to do something. There's always a way to adapt, is what I'm getting with 2 Wands. There's always a way to adapt. Try this path. Try that path. Like, if you do the same shit over and over and it's not working, something's wrong, right? Definition of insanity. Try something different. Tell me more about the sun. Now we have 4 Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, again, it's like this very disempowered feeling. 4 Pentacles in reverse can be an energy of powerlessness or feeling like you're losing something or losing your grip or losing control of something. This particular sun card does have Kali in it, which is an energy of cutting away, especially when it comes to masculine energy or ego. I feel like you do need to let go of an old perspective of things, whether it's an old perspective of yourself or how you view friendship, how you view support within yeah, that's what it is. How you view support within relationships. Because a lot of you, where this is just a roadblock you're hitting in your day-to-day life or your path or work, there's a need to kind of see how you can allow for the support of others to really help you. Even if it's helping you in a way that you're uncomfortable with or not used to. And where it's between you and another person, it's really seeing the reality of who they are, who you are, the reality of the situation and connection, and to learn and adapt and understand that no matter what direction you move into, away from this person or not away from this person, there is support and understanding there. There's a solid foundation of friendship. This is all about relationships. It's the way you view friendship. Even in the context of romance, the context of work, or the context of what a friend does for you. Tell me about the sun. And some of you are learning this while you're in a really big transition. Well, you are in a hard period of your life. Tell me about the sun, which is when friends really show up for you, right? When we really need that support the most. Tell me about the sun. I got 2 more cards. Wow, yeah, disempowered, man. The Magician in reverse, which is one of your cards, it's Mercury, with the 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Gemini, this is definitely like powerlessness, not feeling capable, not feeling courageous enough. Like, this is all being highlighted to you. Yeah, and how to deal with that. And again, those feelings of powerlessness are coming in because you're hitting roadblocks and it's discouraging. Or you're dealing with somebody and there's like a lack of resonance, or you're wanting a lot of alone time and it's just like, it's just getting really hard. There's always another way to deal with this. There's always another way to deal with this. And it comes down to the support of others and how that's utilized, how you utilize that. Overall, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Then we have Page of Pentacles, and then, ooh, the Empress in reverse. There's also this understanding that's coming into the clarity that like you're not very open, and that's part of this. That's part of this. Like you're not really open to this. You're not really receptive. The Page of Pentacles is indicating that you are reflecting on that. You're starting to observe that. You're starting to see that. Page of Pentacles is also the friendship card. Five of Swords in reverse indicates the end of an ego battle, the end of tension, the end of inner conflict or conflict in general. Yeah, the way to end these feelings of defeat when hitting these roadblocks, or these feelings of inner conflict or tension as it relates to falling out of resonance with somebody, or feeling like you don't really want to be around someone, again having that disconnect or imbalance with another person, that's going to fall away as you start to realize more about yourself in ways that you can be more open with people and allow for more of this support to come in to help you. And of the Two of Wands, there is always a way to adapt. There's always a different path to take. There's always another way. There's always another way to deal with people and to receive support. There's always another way to do it. You don't have to be left feeling defeated or disempowered. And some of you, this is also just allowing people to uplift you, like allowing people to encourage you and to be there for you and be like, hey, we know that you've been trying at this and we know you haven't had a lot of progress. You can do it. Just to receive that encouragement to get you to keep adapting when you hit roadblocks in your personal life. Yeah. I want to look at the Six of Pentacles briefly, and then we'll end this spread because I can only record 30 minutes up to 30 minutes on my phone at a time. It's very annoying. It's very annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, so let's look at the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to use the Honest Truth deck. Now the Six of Pentacles for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. King of Pentacles in reverse is the first card out. Taurian energy right there. Talking about Six of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of stubbornness with the King of Pentacles. A little bit of a high and mighty, I know. So Gemini, this is not a judgment. This is not a judgment. But I do feel like, even though this is the Taurus court card, I do feel like this is your energy. Keep in mind, this could all be someone else. But this is a little bit of a stubborn energy of like, I know how to handle this. I know how to do this. Like, I am capable. I am this, I'm that. When there's so much energy of actually feeling the opposite, almost like trying to cover up the feeling of defeat. Like trying to cover up that feeling of powerlessness every time you hit a roadblock in life, and people want to be there for you. It's almost like, no, I know, I got this, I know. It's a little bit of a know-it-all energy, not a judgment. It's just on my board. So I have the Six of Pentacles. I have the Six of Pentacles for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Lovers, Gemini. Your Gemini Major Arcana card. I like when the Lovers comes out in a Gemini reading. Lovers is about balance. It's also about choice. And it can also be about relationships. Like I said, for some of you, this is a relationship that's highlighting all of this to you or helping you to kind of learn this lesson. I keep getting this as a receptivity issue. Like really struggling to receive. Really struggling to receive. Really struggling to receive. There's something about this where it's also about the way that you give to yourself. Some of you might have problems giving to yourself. I'm getting a balance issue. And so, it also not being open and receiving, you also are not very open to giving to yourself for some of you. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Got one other card out here. Oh, two other cards. Three other cards. All right. Now we have Knight of Swords, the Gemini court card, next to the Gemini Major Arcana. Very nice. Ooh, with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Ooh, okay. That Eight of Cups in reverse and Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel like it's almost acting as an anchor energy. There's something like dragging. The Eight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel something dragging down, being weighed down, almost like an emotional, mental burden of sorts. Eight of Cups in reverse is like not being able to let things go emotionally, not being able to like let go of your emotional baggage. It's also can be an energy of attachment. Nine of Swords in reverse can be an energy of anxiety. Like almost like you're having a hard time letting go of how do I say this? Almost like almost not just being receptive. Some of you is just like whatever emotional baggage is getting in the way of you being open and receptive to friendship and true support. It's an issue of receiving. Some of you it's also tied into an issue of being able to give back to yourself. But I am getting fear and I am getting anxiety of like I can't show that I don't know this. I can't show that I'm not capable of this. I can't show that I feel defeated. Like fear around showing this, like almost showing vulnerability. A lot of stress. There's a lot of stress here. A lot of stress. Some of you, I think, are actually going to have a conversation about this. With the Knight of Swords and the Lovers, I do feel talking. I do feel that. Some of you might have this conversation with another person that these are your actual fears, and finally you're going to be taking more steps to being very open and receptive to support, to true friendship. I keep saying this about true friendship, which third house energy, right, Geminis? And that you might be really honest and just saying like, I can't show that I need help all the time. I can't show that I get very defeated when I hit roadblocks and things don't work out so well. Like, there's a lot of that going on. And again, I keep getting this joy of being isolated and alone. I think because, you know, when you do connect and you're open with people, you got to be open with people. And it's vulnerable and it's hard. And this is definitely for Geminis or people dealing with Geminis. Who have a hard time with that. Who have a really hard time with that. As my throat chakra freaks out. Hold on. Yeah, some of you, it's like, you got to learn this lesson so that you can let people support you and encourage you to go like, hey, you know what? I know that job didn't work out. I know those plans didn't work out or that friendship didn't work out. But hey, I'm here for you. And you know what? You can always try something else. You can always take this path. You can always do that. Some of you are really lacking that in your life, or you're just like afraid of it because of some sort of emotional baggage going on with this Eight of Cups in reverse. Not a judgment. It just is what it is. And for those of you dealing with a person, one of you is not open. Whether it's you or the person you're dealing with, Gemini, one of you is very much like not receptive or open to receiving love, to receiving support. But I'm getting it is about friendship at the end of the day, no matter the context of your relationship, romantic or otherwise. Overall, we have Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, letting it go. Five of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Fool in reverse. Ooh, with the Death card. With the Death card. Yeah, there's resistance with this. Eight of Wands in reverse is kind of like my block card. It's also a Mercury retrograde card. Five of Cups in reverse is letting go of that emotional baggage, which in the overall energy, it's very much present. Do not forget. Five of Cups right there. Then we have the Fool in reverse with, the Death card. Resistance to change right here. Resistance to change, resistance to changing the perception, belief systems about friendship and relationships and receiving support. But the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse, there's definitely a block or some kind of struggle and delay with allowing the emotional baggage go of whatever is fueling this issue with being open to friendship and open to support, especially when times are hard. And I'm getting for some of you, it's like you have kind of come on hard times. You've come into a time of struggle to learn this lesson, so that people can be there for you. You got to let people be there for you. You got to let people help you and give you love and support and be like, yo, you got this. You're fine, Gemini. You got this. It's hard. I get it. It's hard. And I'm feeling both masculine and feminine in this, which is kind of interesting. Because sometimes I feel one more or the other in situations like this, but I'm feeling both, regardless of gender or anything like that. Okay? All right, Geminis, I hope you guys got all out of this. I'm going to go ahead and do part 2, which is going to be masculine, feminine dynamics. And I'll do some crystal advice there as well. And it might even tie into this reading for you. Okay? I'll see you guys in the next spread, which I'm posting here on YouTube. See you guys later. Have a nice day. Namaste.